Every man got a right to decide his own destiny. And in this judgment there is no partiality.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Zimbabwe and observe the laws of Zimbabwe. So help me God.
Overcome a little trouble, and brother, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. We gon' fight, we gon' fight, we love to fight, we gon' fight, we gonna fight, fight it for our rights. Not in Mashitina, Zimbabwe.
As the sun rises over the vibrant land of Zimbabwe, casting a golden glow on the motherland, the people of the mighty nation stand together in unity of purpose as they mark another milestone in their history. A milestone of celebration and jubilation for the 44 years of independence and sovereignty. A hard-won victory, forever etched in the hearts and minds of the people of Zimbabwe.
Halala, 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 halala. My Zimbabwe, my pride, my great nation. I am your people and I'm proud to be your child. I remember the struggle that you've brought us here. I understand the things that have happened. I am your people, I am your family. We are Zimbabwe victorious.
This is a time for reflection. A time for remembering the sacrifices made by the gallant sons and daughters of Zimbabwe. A time for celebrating the journey towards a brighter future. A time during which Zimbabweans from all walks of life come together to share a common feeling around this hard-won independence.
Ndikunzwa kufara, ndikunzwa kupombonoka kuti tiri kupemberera zuva ranhasi reindependence tiri pamwe chete. Ndichitenda Musiki atipa iwoyo mukana. Ndichitenda zvakare magamba akatirwira nyika yedu kuti tiwane rusununguko. Tirarame tichifamba zvatinoda tisina zvinotinetsa takasununguka munyika yedu.
This independence and freedom creates a unity of purpose among Zimbabweans. A unity that transcends all differences across the nation.
The feeling is a myriad of emotions per se. I feel at home, I feel comfortable, I feel like I'm in an environment that is saturated with this euphoric sense of freedom, of power, confidence, happiness, excitement, and empowerment. But over and above all, I feel a heavy burden on my conscience as a calling for me to continuously man and safeguard the promise and dream of independence to my last breath, sweat, and blood. As to how I view this independence, I think it is an occasion for us to reflect on our present, assess our future. It is a day to reaffirm our national pride, our patriotism, as well as a great reminder as to the fact that whatever bound us should remain greater and should outweigh any challenge that may come our way. This day is simply an emblem of what we became, who we are, and what we can become. It is indeed a special day.
This independence not only evokes good feelings of joy, but also brings forth opportunities for the people of Zimbabwe as compared to colonial times.
44 years back, it was something that was rather impossible or unheard of to have, a young woman like me, a young 27-year-old woman like me, be a part of a leading organization or be a participant in the corporate sector. So I feel like I have a deep appreciation and a lot of gratitude to our forefathers that fought the liberation struggle. Independence has brought about an opportunity for youths like us to be able to shape our own destinies, shape our future, and live the dream that we want.
Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free.
Ivo vakatipedzera nhasi topemberera 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 ivo vakatigonera nhasi topemberera topemberera.
It's such an honor to be here and celebrating with others. Nyika ineyi yakauya neropa vazhinji vakafa for this country. Our heroes and heroines, they died for this country. So isusu kwatiri kana tichipemberera tine kurangarira kwatinoita vakafira nyika iyi. So vese tinovayeuka.
The road to progress hasn't been easy. Challenges remain, but the spirit of resilience, the same spirit that fueled the fight for freedom, continues to drive Zimbabwe forward.
Nyika yeZimbabwe ichasumuka kutoenda pane chinhanho chepamusoro kutovawo a developed country. Tichitarisa the vision 2030 yaPresident Mnangagwa and the presidency statement yekuti nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. Isusu tisu vene veZimbabwe. Saka tikabatana, tikaita zvinhu zvedu pamwe chete, nyika inosumuka. Tikatarisa muno muZimbabwe mune maroads ari kuvakwa, and then Zimbabwe is open for business. Chiroti vanhu vari kubvumidzwa kuita mabusiness muno munyika pasina chinonetsa. Mayuthi ari kuencouragewawo kuti akwanise kuita madevelopments. Vari kukwanisawo kuita maprojects so that vanorarama upenyu hwavo zvakanaka.
As a sovereign state, Zimbabwe has immense potential of continued socio-economic development. There are key areas that I envision for the continuous growth of this nation. We look at, diversification in economic sectors, where we speak about looking at other areas and incorporating innovative methods and practices in areas like agriculture, your energy sectors. Those play a vital role in the continuous growth of the nation.
I expect to see an enaction of more homegrown policies, enaction of policies that control foreign investment and avert capital flight, first-class infrastructural development. I also look forward to diversification of exports and imports, as well as production of an internal market base. I also look forward for the propagation of Ubuntu values across the divide. Per se.
We talk of infrastructure development. I must applaud the Second Republic for the efforts that they are doing right now, but I also envision, that continuous development. We talk about the transportation networks, better roads. We talk about telecommunication systems. That is not only going to better our livelihoods as the Zimbabweans, but it's also going to continue to attract better investment for the nation and play a key role in the development of the economic setup of the country.
I hope to see a continued economic revival for this jewel of Africa up until it retains its position as a breadbasket of the continent and even beyond. All this should boil down to an increased human development index, as well as human security. It has to be of quality, availability of all human basic needs to every Zimbabwean, and this speaks to shelter, health, food, employment, education, etc.
Privilege of education. Kutoenda kuchikoro, vabereki vedu vamwe vakatotadza kuenda kuchikoro nokuti vanga vasina mukana wacho. Panga pasina kuti vanga vasingabvumidzwe kuti vakwanise kuenda kuchikoro kwachona. Nokuda kwenguva yehondo nekuda kwezvanga zviriko panguva yachona, utongi hweudzvanyiriri hwakanga huripo panguva yachona.
Sikuona zvakawanda. I think a lot is happening like now with New Republic. Maroads ari kugadzirwa. They promise to build big structures. I think to tackle more on side revaimbi kunyanya also, because panodiwawo mikana kuvaimbi, because kuvaimbi I think there's like nzvimbo dzinodzidzisa music hakuchisina dzakawanda. So I mean, when zvikakwanisa kuitwa kuti vanhu vanotanga vari vadiki and then also in.
We also look at things to do with youth empowerment. We are saying we are the youth today. More of youth empowerment, having young people participate in these roles, in these key positions, taking leadership roles. That is going to bring about a continuous improvement in our socio-economic development as well.
Saka ndotarisirawo kuti by 2030 nyika yedu inenge yatopa nechimwe chinhano ende tiri kusumuka mbijana.
During the days of the liberation struggle, the youth played a key role in the fight for freedom and independence. More so today, the youth are a vital example of what is possible today and tomorrow. Thus, their development, without distractions of any kind, particularly drug abuse and alcoholism, is important for the future of the nation.
It's our education, because kune dzimwe nzvimbo dzichiri behind, not kuti vakasara sterek I don't know, but there are schools, but zvikora zvina kunyanya kuwanda ikoko. So I think all those things, we also want to see that happening. And then with the new currents as well, we hope everything is going to be well. And it's going to be well, because it's us Zimbabweans who built Zimbabwe zvakariwa na president wedu zvakanzi Zimbabwe inovakwa nevene vayo. So yeah, I think it's very important to us as well. And tichiita izvozvo, we should also put our heads together, work together with one love. I think all those things, they matter in doing whatever we do, because it's such a big thing and we need to support anything. Let's support and stand together.
Ndinoti drugs is not a solution, because mayouth mazhinji vanoshandisa drugs so that vanhu vanenge vachitsvaga kutrya kutiza from the problems avanenge vainawo. So drugs, abusing drugs is not a solution. Saka kuti tisiye izvozvo zvekuabusa madrugs, voita sei? Ngavaite maprojects. Kune maproject akasiyana-siyana, kuchengeta huku, kuimba, kudrowa, anything chavanogona kuita chinoita kuti vagare vari busy and vanokwanisa kuita upenyu hwakanaka vachikwiridzira ramangwana ravo rakajeka. Saka ndinoti mayouth ngaasiyane nezvemadrugs, because hazvivape pundutso muraramo yavo. Uyezve vanokwanisa kuti varambe vachidzidza vawana mukana, vanhu ngavadzidze vaende kuchikoro, because chikoro hachina zera, vanhu varoramba vachingodzidza. That's why vakuru vedu kare vaishandisa kuti kudzidza hakuperi.
It is my responsibility, it is the next youth's responsibility, to complement the sacrifices and the efforts that were played during the liberation struggle. We are saying my role is to participate, be it in skill, be it in knowledge, whatever contribution that I have in the betterment of the nation, I need to find myself taking play, whether it's laying a brick on top of the other brick, whether it's talent in terms of art, whatever I possess, I should make an effort as an individual to look for opportunities, seize opportunities that come your way. Do not wait for doors to be open for you. Go knocking on those doors to say, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer, to my motherland. You wouldn't want that effort that was made 44 years back to just go in vain because you are sitting back at home and you are not putting enough energy to just try and look for something to do as an individual. So to that youth that is out there, just look for something to complement the efforts of our forefathers.
Every man got a right to decide his own destiny. And in this journey,
During colonial rule, the oppressors sought to divide, segregate, and rule. But through unity of purpose, and Zimbabwe's rich musical heritage, the spirit of resistance was kept alive throughout the over 80 years of fighting for independence. The music played a key role in the struggle, offering a vision of a free Zimbabwe that all people are a part of today.
Music is an inspiration, it is a motivation, it is a tutor, it is a poet, it is a reminder of what it has been, and it also helps us focus as to where we are going. Quite instrumental and important to us.
As a form of art, music motivated the freedom fighters. It encouraged them, and nanasi it's still working. So music is a form of communication. Yaibatsira kuti magamba arwire rusununguko ari pamwe chete vakabatana. Yaita kuti varangarire zvakare kurasikirwa kwawaitwa nevamwe vavo zvaizovapa simba rekuti varambe vachishingirira nekurwa hondo vasaneta. Saka music yaibatsira zvakare, yaitandadzawo munguva dzekuti pavaita mapungwe paya yaitandadzawo vachitandara nguva ichifamba kuitira kuti vasarambe vachifunga nezvehondo. Tiri kurangarira pane song yaNolan Chipo Makombe. He recited a song yaakatonyora, a full version of Chimurenga song yaiimbwa nema freedom fighters panguva yehondo kunana Mozambique, kwese kwavaenda kunotorenda kana even muno muZimbabwe. Kudhara vaivati vana mukoma vaitoimba masongs iwayo. Song inonzi nyika yedu yeZimbabwe. It was even sung by the hero Comrade Chings. Vakazoimba ikatorekodwa, but Nolan akanga nyora kudhara. Nyika yedu yeZimbabwe ndimo matakazvarirwa, vana mai nana baba ndimo mavari. Tinoda Zimbabwe neupfumi hwayo wose. Simuka Zimbabwe.
Nyika yedu yeZimbabwe ndimo matakazvarirwa, vana mai nababa ndimo mavari. Tinoda Zimbabwe neupfumi hwayo wose. Simuka Zimbabwe. Tinoda nyika yeZimbabwe. Tobira rusununguko iyi. Tinodawo nyika
music influence a lot, especially marare awaizoita nguva yehondo and so on. Right, music spread much faster than shoko rokungoti tikungotaurira napana patira zvainonoka, but with music ukangotanga kuimba and nengoma dzairidzwa vanhu vaibva zati kune zviri kuitika. So I think music inobatsira zvakanyanya and yakabatsira zvakanyanya kuti nyika ino iwane rusununguko. So izvozvo tinozvitenda because also isusu sevaimbi like now, I think I've done a song in Independence. It's more on AMA 2000. Yes, kuti vasakanganwewo. I was just remind them kuti because of the legends we are here. So ndo zvakaita kuti tisununguke. Saka munhu wese I think as in vaimbi kunyanya tofana kungoramba tichicreate that music. It's our legacy.
Inondipa remembrance yekuratidza kuti kudhara zvinhu zvanga zvisina kumira zvakanaka, asi tiri kufara nhasi ende tinoda nyika yedu nekuti tawana rusununguko, takufamba zviri free, takukwanisa, takuzvitonga kuzere.
The music from the days of the struggle is still relevant today, and some musicians and artists continue to make music that is patriotic and builds a strong nation. It is from this landscape of memory that Zimbabweans continue to celebrate independence and continue to strive to make Zimbabwe better, in line with the initial sacrifices made by the great sons and daughters of Zimbabwe in liberating our nation.
To those who liberated our nation, we are highly indebted to them. We owe them a lifetime. Not only are they once in a million, but once in a lifetime. And to the departed, it's quite unfortunate they didn't live to see the day, or the days rather, we are seeing today. But they are not dead, for they shall forever live in our hearts and our minds. Their gesture and heroic stance is honored and saluted. To the rest of the Zimbabweans, we must look beyond the obvious so as to establish the unseen. All I can say is long live Zimbabwe, long live Zimbabweans. We are one people, one inspiration, one aspiration, and always remember that in unitate stamus, in unity we stand. Happy Independence Day.
To the brave heroes that showed bravery during the liberation struggle and contributed to us being here today, I want to say thank you. Your legacy lives on. Thank you. Had it not been for those legends, had it not been for those heroes, we wouldn't be here. To the Zimbabweans, I want to say, let us not forget the reason of this celebration. Let us not forget where we are coming from. Let us not forget the efforts that were put. Let us not forget where we want to go. When we sit down and take a look at where we were yesterday, let it be the same reason for us to continuously want to better our Zimbabwe and to applaud the efforts that were done 44 years back. We say Happy Independence Day, Happy 44 years Zimbabwe.
To all the youth, I would want to advise you to always stay on guard. Man the gates of our country. We've got a whole lot of neo-colonial systems and strategies which we need to be careful of, and so we need to improve our strategies and tactics to combat such foes or adversities.
44 izi tinofara because makore akawandisa and tinopemberera kuti pasina ivavo we wouldn't be here. So my heroes and my heroines who died for this country tinongotenda and we keep on doing this and chichava chitsitso chinongoramba chichingoitwa for the nation. So I think it's very important.
Saka isusu takabarwa nyika yakanaka, takazvarwa tiri murusununguko nanhasi, saka tiri kungoramba tichirangarira nekutenda magambo akatirwira kuti vakagona nekuti tiri kurarama tiri murusununguko tine kuzvitonga kuzere.
The road to progress hasn't been easy. Challenges remain, but the spirit of resilience, the same spirit that fueled the fight for freedom, continues to drive Zimbabwe forward. As Zimbabwe celebrates 44 years of independence, the rhythm of resilience continues. The music may change, but the spirit remains the same, a testament to a nation forever in motion, forever hopeful, forever Zimbabwe. Happy Independence Day, Zimbabwe.
Oh, destiny. And in this judgment there is no partiality. So arm in arms, with arms, we'll fight this little struggle, children. That's the only way we can overcome a little trouble. And brother, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. We gon' fight, we love to fight, we gonna fight, fight it for our rights. Not in Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe.